Hey, I'm just doing a few checks, make sure everything's working okay. Let me know what the audio is like, please. Let me know. Testing, just getting everything set up. Oh, apparently on the news that there's a protest outside that hotel in London. I might jump on that as well. We'll see. I don't really do protests and politics on this channel, though, so we might end up jumping over. We'll see how we go. There's not much we can talk about this case at the moment because we don't have that many details. But in case anybody hadn't heard, there was a lady that went missing on the 19th of July, and they did find her body yesterday. So I just wanted to talk about that and give my thoughts on it at the moment. I genuinely do believe that there is a serial killer, and I've said this many times before. People may or may not agree, but that's okay. You don't have to agree. But there's something really bizarre going on. There seems to be a lot of women going missing, mainly in the north, but not always, but mainly in the north. They're usually blonde hair. They're usually around sort of menopausal, perimenopausal age, between 35 and 50. There seems to be a pattern. Now, do I believe that there is like an epidemic of menopausal women killing themselves and jumping into lakes and rivers? No. Yeah, I noticed that the walloping. I did notice that no mass coverage. I think there was more coverage than if a man went missing. Did you notice? But there wasn't as much. You didn't have your Kay Burley there, you know. But what I don't get is about this case, and I know some of you don't know what it is, okay? So I better just explain it a little bit first, okay? Now, it's very sensitive because Jules said that she lives in that village. So, Jules, I don't know if you want to sit this one out because I don't want to upset you. Did you know the lady? You're very welcome to stay, but obviously I don't want to upset you. Me neither. And this was another mum, 38 years old. I'm just going to say a quick hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome to our members. Really, really appreciate you. There is protests going on. So what I might do, I might keep this one short and I might jump over to the other channel and show some if there's still live feeds going. So just letting you know, if you are interested in the protests, I might cover that after. I'm going to be doing more stuff on my other channel, my New Politics channel. Paz very kindly shared me out. I spoke to him yesterday, and the channel's growing now. So massive thank you to Paz, big up Paz. And I'm going to be interviewing him soon on the other channel as well. So we'll get a Penny and Paz show like the olden days. God, I'm so congested. I think it's hay fever. Sorry, I've been absent. I have had the mother of all tummy flu things that I got off Jack, and Jack got over it in one day. I've been so poorly with my tummy, so that's why I've not been around, and I'm so congested as well, as you can hear. So I'm due my operation again. I'm due it. I had my sinuses drilled out about 2012. So yeah, every 10 years you're supposed to have it redone. So I think I'm due. Anyway, moving on from that. Gross. I didn't know her. It's very sad. Just was a massive, massive hello and welcome to everybody who's come in. They're immediately. Oh, thanks, Saskia. Saskia, how are you? More importantly, how are you? Exactly, Stephen. Now, thank you, everybody. Hang on, what's this? What's that? Mullin. I've never heard of it. Can somebody send me a message with that on, or can you send me a message, MK Ultra? How do we speak? I can't remember. Is it Facebook or Insta or email? I finally have some good news in my life, says DJ Rockford. I finally managed to. Oh, well done. 1 stone in 3 weeks. Well, congratulations. I can't. It doesn't matter what I do. Doesn't matter what I do. Ever since that, I thought so. Ever since I eat Perry, that's it. Doesn't matter what I do. No matter what I do, I walk every day. Makes a difference. Well, I was until I got sick. I haven't walked for a few days, but before that I was walking every day. Yeah, I'm walking slow, I'm walking with crutches, but I'm still bloody walking every day. Anyway, enough of that. Oh no, Stephen, that's so sad. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. Carnivore diet, or I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Are you eating fresh meat, uncooked meat? Have we got a cannibal on our hands here? It's horrible, Stephen. Been a long. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, it's the medical problems as well, isn't it? And the medication and everything. I do keep meaning to do a show on that, actually, on natural supplements, and how different medications can affect you and how there's natural alternatives. I do keep meaning to do that. Oh, Cup, I'm joking, darling. I know you're not a cannibal or anything like that. But I don't eat meat. Anyway, so this poor lady, they found her body yesterday. Now, for those of you that don't know about this, Rachel Booth was her name. We'll get a picture up of her. A very pretty lady, 38 years old, 38, and a mum of 2. Now, I don't know much about her family. I need to do some research. I was having a quick look earlier and I couldn't find nothing. There's hardly anything about them on here. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to get some ink up and then just hold on a sec. I'm going to use BBC on this just because I'm sick of the ads. Right. God, I'm so congested. Anyway, how are you all doing while I grab this up? You all okay? Apart from constipated, Stephen's constipated. The first time we heard about this was 3 days ago, and I'm just check the first article that we read. Right. Okay, so she went missing on the 19th. Now, the very first article on Rachel Booth was the 20th. So it wasn't until the next day. Guys, can you hear me okay? I forgot to check. Can you let me know if you can hear me okay? Testing. Right. So this is the lady here, okay? So I'm going to give you a few details. Yeah, I can hear you. Is it clear? Is it okay? Is the sound okay? Is it too loud, too quiet? A-okay, fab. Fab, thank you, everybody. I know, but it doesn't have the annoying ads. And I just want the basics, you know? So Rachel Booth, 38 years old, 2 kids. I don't know if she's married. I need to look into that. Thank you very much, Loza. How are you doing? MK Ultras here, Tamsin. Is it Tamsin or Tasmin? Tamsin. Okay, I was right the first time. Terry Knowles Band again. Carlos. Lee is here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. So, hi, Sawon. As you know, if you're coming in, you're thinking, where's the aliens? Oh, I filmed another UFO again. Hi, Brum Vixen, love. I filmed another one the other day in the broad daylight again. Hi, Louis. How you doing? So, if you're coming in here looking for aliens, I do cover true crime on this channel now, okay? Just in case someone doesn't know, I cover anything that's curious, that intrigues me, and that is bizarre and that needs to be looked at. Anything from UFO, paranormal, true crime, anything like that, okay? Oh, okay, Tamsin. Well, that's good then. Penny's new drugs. I just gave you a like. Well, thank you very much, Louis. I really appreciate you. I'll stop by your channel after. Thank you. Right then, so this lady, this is why I don't make any sense, right? She was the picture in this article here that you can see. Now, this was taken at 3:50 at a Shell garage. in the morning, 3:50 in the morning, right? Now you can see, now that is a tattoo. At first I thought it was like a running band or something. It's a tattoo, okay? Now, she's clearly a jogger. She's definitely got the physique of a jogger. She's got leggings and a top on, so it gives you the impression that she's jogging. Now, this was taken at 3:50 at a garage in the morning. Now, I am told by various sources, and maybe Jules can help me here, that this garage is 45 minutes from her home. Okay? And apparently she told the cashier that she had just been jogging before she came to the garage. So she wasn't jogging to the garage, she'd been for her jog at that time in the morning. So if she got to the garage at 3:50, she would have been out jogging at like 1 a.m, going for a jog, 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? Now, she then, this doesn't make any sense. She then purchased milk and a bottle of wine. So she's out jogging. She's not in the car. She told the member of staff that she's been jogging. Yeah. She said she wasn't flustered or looked in any distress, that she'd been jogging, and she bought milk and wine. Now, she's got to jog home because she lives 45 minutes away, according to several sources. I don't know, Jules will be able to tell us this. Let me just get into this stream on my phone so I can get into chat properly. One sec. One tick, folks. Okay, right. Hi, 2W16. I went to call you twat then. Sorry, it's the first thing I thought when I looked at your name. That sounds horrible. Right, okay. I'm just looking at the chat now. So, TW16 is, have you got any links to this information? Because I'm not seeing this. I know, Saskia, what am I like, love? So TW16 says, at 3:45, she asked for a lift from a 19-year-old lad, and he said no. Did she know him? She asked to be taken to Knutsford, the opposite direction from her home. I need some information on that. Maybe 45 minutes jogging. Exactly, Carlos. My thoughts, exactly. Who goes jogging at 1 a.m? Especially a woman alone. Now, it says there she was down the A55-6. Is this a busy area? It was on Facebook, and an argument happened on Facebook, and it was deleted. See, this is what I mean. We'll get this sort of stuff a lot, yeah? And we'll get this information, and then it'll be deleted because they don't want it being put out. It's so frustrating. So obviously we can't verify that. We're not calling TW16 a liar, but we can't verify it. Now, he doesn't even know whether the person that said it's true. Nobody knows, because we can't even find out where it came from. So I'm going to ignore that for the moment and just go through what we do know and what the police have told us, right? So this was the 20th of July. This was the day after she went missing. So at 3:50 a.m. on a Saturday morning, yeah, jogging, not on a night out after, she bought milk and wine. Now, Jules said it's 45 minutes at a push if you're jogging, right? So let's just say this woman goes jogging at 1 o'clock in the morning. She goes for a jog. She decides to jog in the wrong direction to her home, to this garage. Now, if you've got to jog home, why would you buy milk and wine? They're both in bottles. You got no bags, no car, and you're jogging. You're out jogging. Who jogs with bags of shopping? Who jogs with a bottle of wine and a bottle of milk in their hands? It makes no sense whatsoever. If she was in a car, fair enough, but she wasn't. So it says here, So she disappeared. Now, her family say she went for a jog. Now, surely her family would be questioning if that was normal or not. So she disappeared in the early hours of Saturday after she was last seen by her family in the village of Barnton in Cheshire. So she's seen at the garage on CCTV. Now, Cheshire Police said it believed she might have travelled to the village of Oakmere near Delamere Forest. But why? Now, this article is before they found the body. Okay, I like these. You know, I like these. I want to look at the first one when she first went missing. That's what I like. Now, this is what I don't understand, right? And maybe anyone can help me out with this. They were becoming increasingly concerned for her welfare, and an underwater search team were carrying out investigations in the area. Why, from her going missing and being snapped at a petrol station buying milk and wine, were they then searching a water park with an underwater search team? This is what I don't get. Now, how far is that garage from the water park? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this up on a sec. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to get this up on maps side of me. So I can have a look. Because it's a shame Jules can't come up, isn't it? But I know you don't come up, do you? God, I'm so congested. Right, hang on a sec. We can't find Walshaw, really? Oh, right, here we go. Okay. So I'm just going to get it up on the maps a sec, so I've got an idea of what I'm looking at. I'm going to continue with this article and then we're going to go look at the map after. So it offers outdoor activities at its lake nearby, and it had closed. So the first we heard about this happening, the very first we heard about this woman going missing was the next day, and immediately they were searching the lake. So what led them to search the lake? I don't understand. So there's the lake there. Now, in a social media post, said it would remain shut until Tuesday at least. So this wild shore park with this lake, they closed it down, completely shut the whole thing down, which would have lost them a lot of money as well in the summer, especially. They shut it all down so that the police could do an underwater search. But what led them to do that? I don't understand how the very first the public hear about this is, by the way, this woman's gone missing. And the thing is as well, if she went missing at 3:50 on Saturday morning, right, it's only just become the 19th of July. We never heard anything until the 20th. So all that day on Saturday, there was a news blackout on it. You would think that an hour or two after she'd gone missing that there would be a news thing, because how are people going to know to look for her? It's no good telling people like 30 hours later that someone's missing. Oh, by the way, she's missing and we're also searching a lake. Like if you would have told people the day she went missing, and let's not forget she was reported missing at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So all of that afternoon, people could have been told. So they were searching this lake. Now, Ms. Booth is described as being 5'9" with slim with blonde hair. She's believed to be wearing black leggings and black top. Now, investigators are following all lines of inquiry, said the superintendent. And anyone who's seen Rachel since she was reported missing should contact us. We would appeal to Rachel to get in touch. We would also like to appeal to Rachel to get in touch. So the fact that they're not doing that first tells me that they knew she was dead. So I come out of here, and then the next story along is that's the first one, and then they found a body a day later. This was yesterday, I think. Yesterday, 21st, 2 days ago. They found the body. They didn't know it was her, but they suspected it was her. So I'm still trying to get my head around this. All right. Hi, Joe. Hi, Brum. Hi, Linda. Hi, everyone. Hi, Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. Hi, Space Cat. Stephen, I've said hello to you already. Hello, Steve? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So they found a body, but what led them to go straight to that lake? Is this a known spot for... I genuinely believe there's a serial killer. Now, listen to this. Immediately, when they find her body, and they confirm it is Rachel, no suspicious circumstances. Yes, folks, a woman has gone missing, disappeared, and apparently this was completely out of character to do all this. And they haven't even done an autopsy or anything yet. They announced it yesterday. No suspicious circumstances. I said this to Al just not long ago. I said, even if, and I know I'm not saying this has happened, I'm saying it as an example, right? Even if she was found with a suicide note and a wrist slit, I'm not saying that's happened, it hasn't. I don't know, right? Even then, even with all those arrows pointing to one thing, you still don't assume anything, because anyone could have done that to make it look like that. So even if the most obvious thing was there, which I don't think it is, I don't know. So how can they, from no evidence, say that it's not suspicious? So she's another one that just entered the water. So what I want to do, I'm going to need someone's help, I think, is to compile a list of all of the females between 30 and 50 in the last 2 years. We'll go back 2.5 years because we want to include Nicola Bully, who went missing January 2023. So we'll include her as well. In how many of them is there? And how much of a coincidence can this be? That's what I think we need to do. Terry Knowles Band again. She went missing at 3:50 on Saturday morning. Well, she was last seen on this CCTV footage was taken at 3:50 on Saturday morning. So early hours. And she told the staff member that she'd been jogging 45 minutes away, this garage was, and she bought wine and milk. Now, who buys wine and milk on a jog? She's then got to jog 45 minutes back with the wine and the milk, and she's already been on a jog. It doesn't make any sense. Now, she's a mum. She's got 2 children. I would say that it is highly, 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 highly unlikely that a mother would do that to herself, unalive herself. I'm guessing it does happen, but I don't think it happens at the rate that it's happening in this country right now. I don't know about you guys, but there seems to be a lot of women unaliving themselves in water who have got kids. So they've said they found the body believed to be Rachel in a lake in Oakmere, about 8 miles from Barnton. So 8 miles from her house, they found her body. And what made them look in that lake? I don't understand. Did they have a tip-off? The body was not formally identified, but Miss Booth's family have been informed and been supported. They were not to believed to be any here we go, look, hang on, I'm just getting my tea. They were not believed to be any suspicious circumstances, and a report would be prepared for the coroner. You couldn't make this shit up, folks. How do you know? How do you know? I've come to the conclusion it's either A, they don't have the resources. I was saying this to Al again last night. I said they either don't have the resources to do any police work anymore because there's too many, or B, they know who's doing it. And it's that high up that they're told to look the other way. Because anyone that's ever seen that film with Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think it's Hard Rain, when the elites, they hunt and that, do the tracking of people. I genuinely think that's real. I'm not going to lie, I do. There's been so many films out with that now. I watched one not long ago. There's loads. And the filmmakers, they usually tell us things in movies, yeah? And there seems to be a lot of films out at the moment about hunting people. I can think of at least 4 that I've watched in the last sort of like year or two. I don't know. I know this sounds conspiratorial, but we are on that channel, so we can get away with it. I just the police are either that inept or that underfunded, or they don't have enough people, or they genuinely are told to look the other way because there's too many people unalived. Right, I'm just going to drink my tea and I'll catch up with the chat. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to deafen you all. So now this lake, this Wild Shore Delamere, is it? They shut down the whole thing for several days, which I find really odd as well. Like, how did they know she was in there? Now, then yesterday they identified her the same day. Now, usually that takes some days, doesn't it, to formally identify, to announce it. But I'm guessing they knew because she's got a tattoo. So she was formally identified 8 miles away from her home. Again, they're saying there's no suspicious circumstances. So the activity centre would remain closed as a mark of respect. Who would want to go swimming in that lake? And then the last one was yesterday. Was this yesterday or today? Her family, isn't she gorgeous? Her family came out yesterday and just said how they will miss her and she was cherished. I find this really weird. It's like they've said, because of the Nicola Bulley case, don't talk on camera or anything. I don't know. But we don't know anything about, was she married? We just don't know. We don't have any information. I've been scouring the internet and I just can't find anything. So Rachel's family said her smiles were a memory we will treasure forever. If this ever happened to me, folks, right, I know that my family would be asking questions. Yeah. And I'd want you guys to ask questions too, right? I'd like you guys to ask the questions because I just want to put this out there. I ain't going to unalive myself. Okay. So, ask the questions. What's this? Hang on a minute. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone. Okay. So the statement described, so she was married. It went on, the family went on to say her kindness. Listen to this as well. Rachel, who was known to us as Helena. What? So her name wasn't Rachel then? Do you know what, right? You guys may laugh again, right, at me because of my conspiratorial mind. But just putting that out there, right? Look, Rachel, who was known to us as Helena. Again, I'm starting to think that these are agents and they're being bumped off. We've said this before about Nicola Bulley. I've always said that Nicola Bulley could well have been an agent MI5, MI6. She was taken out. You don't know, do you? Right? People go, "Oh, that's ridiculous." Well, is it? Is there MI5 and MI6 agents? Yeah, there is. There is both. They exist. Do we know who they are? No. We're not meant to either. We don't know. So this woman, why would she have two names? Why? You just don't know, do you? You know? Is she been taken out because she was, a spy? What are people saying in the chat? Penny, you're nuts. Penny, you're nutter. Hang on. Sorry about that. Right, what are people saying in the chat? Part-time call girl. My firstborn is Helen Louise, known as Lou. The thing is, though, right? I get that, yeah? But, hello, Stephen. She was blonde. I get that, but why call her by Rachel Booth? Now, surely, if she was known as Helena, they would just go by the name that she's known as. Penny, do you reckon Ozzy went to Digitas? I don't know, Jimmy. I haven't really thought about that, mate. He was a Brummie legend, I know that much. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Villa fan is from Aston, I think. Aston or Nechells. I used to work there. And he was last here. Let's say here. I'm not there anymore, am I? He was last in Brum a couple of weeks ago. So what a legend. High Tone. They do. That's very, very true, Tone. They do. Married with a different religion. Aston, thought so. Right. I don't know, right? There's something weird going on here, right? Hi, Andrea. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Andrea. Why hasn't Andrea got a spanner? Have you not been on here for a while, love? I don't even know if that's the real Andrea. She's not got any subs. Andrea, is that the real you? So the statement required her as a loving wife, mother, daughter, sister who can never be replaced. I find that just really bizarre. Like, there's no one's going mad and asking questions. Guys, please, if this touch wood, right, something happens to me, for the love of God, don't let this go, yeah? Because I can't get my head around how they just don't seem fazed by it. Women, mothers, don't tend to leave their children, right? It just doesn't happen. So I'm just going to get this map up here, right? So now, I wish Jules was here. This is where she was found. This lake. Now, it's a big ass lake. Look at the size of this lake. See, it's big, isn't it? So let's try and see where. Apparently, it was 8 miles away, right? But I'm looking for the garage. Where's the garage from here? Is the question I want to know. What's this here? This is like a quarry or something. This looks like a quarry. It seems to be very nice little well-to-do villages as well, these women are going missing from. I'm guessing you could speculate, and again, I don't want to cause any offence. She might have been seeing someone else and she was going to meet them. That would be the likeliest reason for her out at that time in the morning. There's a lot of holiday villages around. Well, this looks quite busy here. What town is this? This looks very busy, doesn't it? There's a manor there. So that's the lake. This is how big that lake is, look. That lake's massive. So Oakmere, is that where she was, is that where no, she's from Banton, wasn't she? So there is quite a few built up areas actually, look. I don't know this area very well. I know that we are in the same sort of area-ish. We're over that side, aren't we? As when Nicola Bulley went missing. But she was more over here. Manchester, well, not Manchester, but that way. There's Banton. Right, okay. So she was from here. Nice little village. And she ended up here. That is a lot, a hell of a lot to jog. She's supposed to have jogged. Now, where's the petrol station is the question. It must be round here somewhere by the lake. So she's jogged all that way. And then where's the milk and the wine? Was that found? Where were her clothes found? I just want to, oh, thank you. I've just seen that, Joe. Oh, thank you, Joe. Oh, thank you, darling. That's really, really kind. Thank you so much. I just want to read something that I read yesterday or today. All right. I just want to hang on. I find this really interesting. Let's see if I can find it now. Probably can't now when you want something. When you want something, you can never find it, can you? Right, just bear with me a sec. Somebody actually listed all the women that have gone missing. Right. So this is what somebody has listed here, right? And they've put, now one of this is wrong that I know of because Victoria Taylor was not from that area. She was from up by me, okay? But she was still in the north. Now, this is the list of women in that age range who have gone missing and found in water. So Lucy Charles, missing for 3 weeks, found in a river. I don't know who that is. I need to do some research. Belongings on the riverbank. Victoria Taylor, as we know, missing 3 weeks. Body found in a river. Belongings found on a riverbank. Laura Stanley, similar story, but found 1 year later. So I think we need to be investigating these people. Nicola Bulley, missing 3 weeks, found in river. Belongings on the riverbank. Rachel Booth, not missing as long and found in a lake, but belongings left on the bank. Now, I don't know how true that is because I haven't heard that yet. Same area to all the other stories. I don't know about that. They're in the north, I know that much, but I know that Victoria wasn't. All the women share a similar look too. That's what someone's posted on the true crime section in Reddit. So I don't know. Yeah, that's now all I want to look at here is how far away things are, right? Hang on. Right, so Nicola Bulley was up here, wasn't she, somewhere? Hang on. It was up here. Yeah. It says Fleetwood there, north of Manchester up there. Yeah. So it isn't it's not that far, look. It's not miles away, is it? There seems to be, and let's not forget as well, whatever happened to the men? Do you remember that guy? What was his name that disappeared? That older man, that Derek somebody. Do you remember that? And they removed his face off the missing person database, like he didn't exist. That was weird. Do you know they keep finding arms and legs washing up at sea in Scarborough by me? There was another one a couple of weeks ago. They keep finding random legs popping up. I'm telling you now, there's either a serial killer or it's high up beyond government and they're doing something with these people and the police aren't allowed to investigate it. because there's things that it's getting really weird now. And this is not a world apart, is it, from that, considering the size of the country. No, what about that other lady? That what was her name now? The older lady, she was like 50 and she worked at the alcohol shop. Was it the whiskey shop or something? She was in this area as well. Do you remember? They found her, didn't they? Did they find her in a river? Oh, what was her name now? Do you remember? I'm just drinking my tea. Let's get back into chat, see what people are saying. How do I turn that? There we go. What was her name? I covered it on my other channel. Oh, the older lady. Let me go to my other channel. Hang on. She disappeared. She just vanished into thin air. And then they found her. I think it was like 3 weeks later. Just bear with me a sec. It wasn't that long after the Nicola Bulley case. Right, I'm just having a quick look on my other channel. That was it. Gaynor somebody. Gaynor Lord. That's it. Gaynor Lord. Remember? Hi, Nanny. There's some weird things. Hi, Lottie. What do you mean there's some weird things happening? What's going on? Maybe Lucy will make a return now. Paz is coming back to us. That's it. The Gin Woman. Yes. The Gin Woman. Yes. And we watched her on CCTV. That's another one. She vanished. And and they found her, I think, in a lake, didn't they? Or a river. Gaynor Lord. Yes, thank you, Nanny Love. I've just seen that. What's going on? What is happening? What do we think? Do we think that there is the serial killer? Or is it something even more sinister? Government tests and stuff. Because you do hear about this stuff, don't you? Yeah, the booze as well. Like, why would anybody buy wine and milk on a jog? I'm sorry, no, there's something going on here. Right, I've just got an article up here from Gaynor Lord. Right, let's just get this up a sec. Hold on. Add. Share. Right, just to refresh our memories, this Gaynor. October 2024. Drowned mom, listen to this. Drowned mom watched a cold water swimming program. Are you shitting me? So they're trying to say that she watched a program on cold, I'm guessing wild swimming, and decided to go and do it and die. Come on. So December 2023 was, gosh, but this came out October last year. It must have been after the inquest. A mother of 3, another mother, blonde, whose body was recovered from a city's river after a week-long police search, had recently watched a TV show. I missed this. We missed the inquest on. How did we miss this happening? We covered it when it all happened, December 2023, the same year as Nicola Bulley. And then she was forgotten about. And it took almost a year for the inquest. So the inquest was in October. When's the Jay Slater inquest? Is that this week? Because they're doing that again, aren't they, as well? Because the last one, no one turned up. So she didn't return home from work. Remember that she was seen dashing through on the CCTV. If you remember, she was seen running through the streets. Guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I covered it on my other channel when I was doing true crime over on Penny Bunny, which I don't do anymore. I keep it as like animals and light-hearted stuff over there. But we did cover it. And she was running She was like dashing through like someone was chasing her. If you remember, we were watching all the different CCTVs. It says here, the coroner's court heard that she died by immersion and drowning. What? So then she immersed into the water. Right, so how do you die by immersion and drowning? Immersion is going into the water. So she basically she entered the water and drowned. And if you remember, it was quite a busy place. It was in the city. She ran through a park. Definitely a cover up, Joe. Definitely this one. I can't believe I missed this guys, we mustn't forget, when we cover a case and they find the body, they wait like between 6 months to a year so that we've forgotten about it. And then they do this little inquest and they brush it under the carpet. Right? I only just found this out. So the senior coroner, Jacqueline Lake, the irony, said she believed that Mrs. Lord intended to enter the water, but did not intend to take her own life, and concluded that she died by misadventure. For the love of God. They said her mental health was noted as stable in January 2023. So she'd been to the doctors and she was fine. But there was evidence in more recent past she was acting out a character. She was on HRT for the menopause and was taking medication for epilepsy. The other thing that could have been is that she had a heart attack due to the you-know-what, but that doesn't explain her entering the water. Guys, anyone that missed that stream where we watched the CCTV, there was so much of it. She was running. She nearly got run over at one point, if you remember. She ran out in front of a car. She was trying to get away that much from whoever it was that she nearly got herself run over. She ran in front of a car. She was definitely running from somebody or running to something. I do not believe she was running to a river because she watched a TV show on wild swimming and was running to get to the river so she could immerse herself and drown by misadventure in the water. Do they think we are that stupid? What are people saying in chat? Yeah, Space Cat, I agree. I'm just going to see if I can get your comment up. It might... No, it's gone, unfortunately. They go off the page too quickly. Hi, Linda, love. How you doing? All right, let's get into the chat. Hi, Elaine. How you doing, my love? Right. And thank you again to Joe for the super chat. That's clutching at straws, says Linda. I agree. I have loads of wool. I've missed a lot of chat. I've missed this. I think I missed that stream. Maybe it was December 2023. This is what I'm saying. Terry Knowles Band again. Is it stupidity? What was her job? She worked at a gin store, but she'd been there for years. I'm not too bad. Oh, Pop Penny, is that my new nickname? I like that. Elaine, hang on, the comments are going too quick for me to grab them up on the screen. Didn't she spend time in the... Yes, because if you gosh, yes, Nanny. Because if you remember, all of the cameras... they could be my new nickname now because it was an accident. It's more fun when it's that way. Anyway, Nanny says that didn't she spend time in the churchyard before the river? And all the belongings were left in various places about the park. Yes. And the CCTV, there was, because it was in such a busy place, there was it was catching her, and every single road she ran along. Yes, yoga. Yes, she was doing yoga poses. Who's she? This lady here. Hang on, let me just see what this is. Hang on. A statement from her husband, Clive, read out in court, says Gaynor had recently watched a TV show. Oh, come on. I think the husband watched a TV show about swimming in ice cold water. This was December. She was caught doing yoga poses. Excuse me. She's never done it herself, but I don't know if in her confused state she may have been thinking about this. The inquest also heard that Miss Lord, it's Mrs. actually, because she was married, had discussed with a friend whether swimming in cold water could help with hot sweats. Mr. Lord, this is just insanity. Mr. Lord said he had seen his wife before she went to work and they had discussed planning a holiday to Japan. He said there was no reason for her to be in Wensum Park and they had never visited it together. He said there had been no arguments or disagreements. It was the river in the city. So Miss Lord, it's Mrs. They've already called her Mrs. up further up. It's terrible journalism. Had suffered an epileptic seizure on the 4th of December, which had been her first large seizure for some time. However, it was ruled that there was no finding in relation to her mental health. So her mental health was fine, guys. She'd been working as a retail assistant at a gin counter at Northwich department store. Isn't this literally, Jules, if you're still here? Is Jules still here? I don't know if she is. Hi, Dave. Northwich, that's the same area as this lady. On the day she went missing and CCTV showed her leaving work earlier than expected. That was it. She left work early. Do you remember? A large search began when her belongings, including clothing, jewellery and a mobile phone, were found scattered across Wensum Park to the north of the city centre. Another hormonal, drunken... I thought Northwich was up that way. I don't know. Look at the picture. She's an alcoholic on HRT. That's what they're trying to say. Now, they said they found her body not clothed. So not clothed, but they're not going to say unclothed. That doesn't make any sense. So they found her naked then and had been 2.5 metres underwater. In a police report, Mr. Cox said on the afternoon of her disappearance that she had sent a message to a contact in her phone who had died some time ago, saying, "Help." Now, that could have been that she was being attacked and she was grabbing at her phone and just sent help to the first contact she's seen. Doesn't mean anything, really. Yeah, Naked Joe in Northwich, Cheshire, Northwich. Oh, okay. So this is East Anglia. I'm just going to finish my tea. Hold on. You right, George? What's the matter? You okay? Georgie? Come here then. To Mama. So in a further message, so she sent a message to a dead person in her phone saying help. And then she sent a message saying she was going crazy and she can feel the fear. And in a string of messages said she didn't know what she was doing. Now, how do we know that the baddie hadn't taken her phone and was erratically doing this to make it look like she was going mad? How do the police know this? Honestly, I'm not condoning murder, but if anybody in the world really wants to get away with something, I'll tell you something now. If you come to the UK, you can literally do anything by the looks of it, and the police will just say, "Oh, it was an accident. Oh, it was misadventure." And I'm joking. It's tongue in cheek, by the way. I'm not telling people to do anything to anybody. That was a joke, guys. It's that insane, you know. So she said she was going crazy and can feel the fear, and in a string of messages she didn't know what she was doing. Police previously said it did not suspect any third party involvement. Listen to this. And Detective Sergeant Cox said there was no evidence that she'd been assaulted or had any alcohol or drugs of abuse in her bloodstream. So because there's no evidence that she's not been assaulted, there's no she's not been beaten up or alcohol or drugs, then there's nobody involved. I don't understand how they can say this. Hi, Bagpuss. How you doing? This is nuts. So this poor lady is yet another lady in a certain age range that has been unalived, and apparently so she was reported missing on the 8th of December and they found her a week later. There's people, I'm just looking at this now, right? I've just put this into Google and the first thing that's come up is a TikTok video. Does the UK have a serial killer on the loose? I think we seriously need to look into this. Are you sure it's the right Northwich? I hope to God that's Al that's just walked past my window, because someone's just walked past the window. I hope to God that's him. Yeah, it is. Scared the life out of me. My heart just stopped. Somebody just walked past my window. Like, my curtains are open. I should have the curtains shut, but George likes to do a lookout. Gaynor Lord has just come up on Company's house, and that's in Cheshire. This is interesting. Look at this. Are we sure it's the East Anglia one? Gaynor Lord. I don't know if it's the same Gaynor Lord, but it came up. The Ridings, Whitby, Elmsmere Port, Cheshire. Are we sure it's not the same Northwich? Need a deep dive. We do, Space Cat. And if anybody wants to help me, I'm going to... Gee. What was you doing? You scared the life out of me. You just walked past the window.
I just went to see the hamsters.
Why?
Because I forgot to put the trampoline food down.
Oh, right. Can you hear George talking to Al? He's only been to see the hamsters, the spiky hamsters, he calls them, just to put some more food down. George greets you. If you leave the house for a split second, if Al goes to put the bin out, he has a massive welcome party, and George will talk to him. George is hilarious. Northwich, right, so it definitely East Anglia. Hang on. Definitely East Anglia. Her husband worked. Right, okay. Thank you. Right, so I do believe now, if anybody wants to help me, if any of you ladies or gents want to help me out, if we'll find out some names. If you're on Facebook, even if you don't use Facebook and you're just on Messenger, I could create a little Facebook Messenger group or a little Telegram group or something where there could be like a couple of us in there, and we could drop some names in. We could work together and we could build a map of where all these people are going missing and turning up dead. I don't know what's going on. Now, let me just have a quick look and see. But obviously, we don't know any more at the moment. We don't have any more information. We don't know anything about her. So you don't live in that village anymore, did you say, Jules? Is that right? Hang on, what's this here? There's been another update on Rachel. This is so sad, guys. Her babies, you know. So this has come up 6 hours ago. Rachel Boo's family shared tragic update on her 3. They said she was a mother of 2. She was a mother of 3, not 2. Oh, she's got a GoFundMe, apparently. They share an update on her 3 young sons. I don't believe for 1 minute that a mother would just leave her children. I'm sorry. You don't, and not at this rate. It would be a very, very, very rare, a very rare occurrence for a mother. You'd have to be extremely mentally ill to leave your babies. Are we meant to believe that there's been all of these women? And that's why I think that this is so important, that we do look into these women who've been killed and do some research and put it all together, because it's going to take something like that for it to actually be staring at us in the face of how many there are, how many others are there that don't even make it on the news, that you have to go digging to find out. And I think this is important work. My advice is, don't go anywhere at night on your own, women, saying that I walk the dog on my own. I walk the dog, well, I haven't done for the last few days because I've been poorly with my tummy, but I usually do. But I live in a tiny little town, and George would just go mad if anyone even looks at me, starts barking at him. And he sounds like a big scary dog. He doesn't look like it. He looks cute, but yeah, stay away from rivers, folks. So this was her here. What's happening there? The friends have started to GoFundMe. So she had 3 children. They said 2. Her body was recovered from a lake in Oakmere on Monday after days-long search. Underwater divers and sniffer dogs. But I don't know what made them. Did they find her clothes at the side of the lake? Is that why they decided to search there? I can't understand why they went to that lake. Was there a tip-off or something? And how far is the garage from the lake? I still don't know that. I'm going to have to do a little search. So the family last seen her on the early hours of Saturday morning. So those close to her have set up a GoFundMe to honour her memory and ensure the future and safety of her remaining family. How can a GoFundMe ensure the future and safety of her remaining family? I don't get that. Genuine question. How will that ensure the safety? Nothing's going to ensure the safety. Their mum's dead. Oh, I'm just finishing my tea. Oh. Right. The husband and kids to confusing last sightings. A tragic. Is that a link? What's this? Right, hang on. What's this about here? Got all these ads. This is yesterday. What's this? Husband and kids to confusing last sighting. Family's been torn up. Say, George has just seen something. He's barking. He's such a good guard dog. Nothing gets past that dog. It sounds quite a big dog, doesn't he? He's not. He's a little dog, but he sounds really scary. Yeah, there you go. Sanding Way Garage on the A556. George, what's the matter? Probably seen a hedgehog. Duddy. Let's see. Can someone get... Right. Just hold on a minute. Let me just see where this garage is. All right. Let me just get the maps up. What's the matter, George? Sanding Way Garage. George, what's the matter? What is it? George. What's the matter?
What's the matter with you?
Right, directions. Right, just bear with me. And then, what was that garage called? Sanding Way. Was it a shell garage? Sorry about you being deafened. That does not sound like a little dog, does it? Listen to him. Bow wow. Oh, Georgie. He's a bow wow. Woof. What's the matter? What's wrong with him? Has he seen something? Whoa. Sorry about this. I'm trying to do this and getting distracted by George. Right. Right, I've got it now. Give you an idea of where the garage is from the lake. I'm just going to get rid of that a sec, okay? Stop the screen. Right, I'm just going to get the lake up now. Is that Beck? Beck, hello. Right, so this is it, right? The garage is the last place that she was seen, was on CCTV, was there, right? So we finally got it. So she came all the way from is it Barton or Banton? She went jogging from here all the way, wrong button. She jogged from there at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning to this garage here, right? And then her body was found, wrong button again. Her body was found, there's a bus every 10 minutes. A body was found in this lake here. So if you're walking, it's 37 minutes. 3 minutes in the car, 1.7 miles. I want to know why the police, when she was last seen here, what made them do a search in this lake? Is that another lake there? That looks like a lake. That's a lake. There's other lakes. What was it that made them send underwater search teams to that lake? There's another one there. There's another little one there. You know, and they found her really quickly. And that looks like a quarry. I also find it really strange that a woman would go jogging on her road along all of these country lanes at 1 o'clock in the morning from all the way up here somewhere. Where's it gone? It's up here somewhere. Lost it now. But she came jogging a long way. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. We're going to have to watch this closely for the inquest. But yeah, another female, blonde, that sort of age, between 35 and 55, dead. Nothing to see here, folks. Oh, maybe tweet. I keep going to call you twat. I'm sorry, it's your name. Maybe TW. How you doing, Beck? Hi, John. Another lady's been found dead in the water. Hi, English Buttercup. Do you know what it was? Was it the hamsters?
I think it's the hamsters. Yeah.
Just leave that light on then.
Yeah.
Is there a lot out there?
It is. It's a bit like critters. Yeah.
It seems to be when the weather's better, isn't it? That we get that. When the weather's better, we tend to get a lot of. There's so many. Exactly, MK Ultra. Police concentration number. Well, they can do it from the last ping, can't they? I started a new job on Monday. Do you like it? Why drown yourself before drinking the wine? What do you think about this then? Do you think this is a bit weird? Hi, Kim. 5.
About 6.
6. There's 6 hedgehogs right now wandering around our garden. I think that's what George. But George loves them. He loves them when he sees them. He's never attacked one. George doesn't attack anything unless I've never. Hi, Nanny. When I'm out, if he sees another dog, he barks, and he sounds really scary when he barks. If he sees a man looking at me, he barks. He is so protective of his family. George is. You've just heard him, and all he did was look out the window and see hamsters. But because it was so dark, Al's put the light on now, he could just see these little shadows moving around, and he's alerting us. But every little noise he hears, he wakes me up. He's a great little guard dog. Nothing will get past George. Old, and he's very, very, very lucky to be alive, is George. He has grabbed life by both paws, and he loves life, and he loves hard, and he loves his family so much, and he'll do anything to protect us. Yeah, there's so many hedgehogs, so many hamsters, as Al calls them. He's got me calling them hamsters now. Yeah, yeah, you're right there, DJ Rockford. We've got wine or alcohol, blonde, menopausal or peri, which is the stage before. Alcohol, blonde, peri or many, and HRT. You know, it's madness. So I am very much thinking there's a lot more to this. A lot more to this. Now, I just want to have a quick look and see if there's any is there any protests going on right now? Because if there was, I would have jumped on there. Don't think there is. No, right. Not that I can see anyway. If the protests start tomorrow night, I'll jump on. And we'll flick through the streams and see what's going on. I would have done it the other night if I wasn't really poorly. You all right, George? Now he can see his own reflection in the glass now because the light's on outside. Oh, come on, George. That's you. It's you. Fucking hell. Just get home before 5 p.m. and stay in, lol. There's that as well. Was he there, was he? I spoke to Paz last night. Yeah, Paz. Hang on a minute, guys. George! He's looking at his own reflection now. Georgie, that's you. They're good, thank you, Beck Love. Challenging was the Northwich lass's job. Yes, English Buttercup. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to mute because it's probably all happening, yeah. George! I don't know what he can see. Al thinks it was hedgehogs, but I don't think it was. I think he can see something now. I don't know. If there's anyone lurking outside my house, then they're not going to get past George. It's normal for dogs. Gizmo just sits there, oblivious, aren't you, love? Gizmo's just the opposite. He just sits there, just like everything. Away with the fairies, that dog. Paz was in London today. Oh, yeah, because it's his day off, isn't it? Well, guys, I'm going to be interviewing Paz on my new channel very, very soon. Could be Lucy, yeah. I'm going to be interviewing Paz soon. I didn't know he was live streaming. I would have helped him. I'll message him in a bit if he's still available. If he's still up. He will be up now, I think. I'll drop him a message. I'll help him with that. Right, my family moved from Millwall to Epping years ago. Don't mess with us. Were you at the protest or can't you say? So anyway, there you go. Another lady dead, missing. I don't know what is going on. Did we have any people to offer some help? Any of you guys got either a Telegram account or a Messenger account? We'll get a couple of us. Oh, really? English book. A few of us together. And we will. Oh my God! Al's just come past the window with George in his arms. Scared the life out of me. Okay, Joe. Yeah, message me. Ah, yeah, he has. He has, Bill. He's helped me at my other little channel grow. I'm so grateful to him. He's like nearly double my subscribers. So, not on any social. Okay, darling. Really grateful to him. So anyway, I did see and film another UFO, guys. So I started work on a video to put all these UFO signs in the last couple of weeks in one video. And then I seen another one. You missed my earlier. Right, hang on. A lady was murdered 27 years ago near that same garage. What? Wow. Really? That's weird. That's really weird. Have some vitamin B. I've got enough vitamin B. I think I'll have my takeout tomorrow night. I've not eaten in 6 days because of my tummy bug. I didn't have anything on my birthday. I've not had my birthday meal yet or anything. Have I? Everybody else had a takeout around me. It was quite sad. But, you know, what can you do? No, I don't think I'll risk it tonight because my tummy's just starting to come round, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, I'll have it tomorrow night. See how I feel tomorrow. Right, slippery elm to help ease the tummy. Thank you very much. Well, I usually have one on my birthday. I know. Thank you, darling. I got this stomach flu. Paz captured 3 Chinooks during his live stream today. I didn't even know he was live. I'll speak to him. Oh, I'm not drinking raw milk. I drink unhomogenized. I'm not skinny, though. I don't get skinny. This is the thing. I used to be so skinny before I went on medication. When I met Al, I was a size 10. Before I met Al, I was a size 6. It doesn't matter what I do, don't eat, walk, everything. It just doesn't happen. So I think it's because of my age. Yeah, I will do. Paz also videoed 2 dogs humping some bloke's legs. Well, Paz got some good footage then I see today. So he's at the protest. He ended up filming Chinooks and 2 dogs humping legs. Don't you feel faint? No, because I've not been well, darling. I've been drinking tea. And I did have a bit of toast a couple of days ago. I think Penny shot these suspicious death videos. Don't want to attack any negativity. Don't want to attack. What do you mean? Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm going to go then. Pat's dad watches Paz all the time. I don't think I've even been on YouTube today. That's why. I don't really go on it that much. But I didn't even know he was live. But I'll message him now and I'll help him. Please get some. I don't eat meat, do I? No. Rice and chicken. No, rice is no good for dogs. Chicken, I don't eat chicken. I'll be all right, guys. Don't worry. No, she's a natural detective, says Terry Knowles Band again. I think so as well. I think I should be a detective. Didn't I say that to you before? Do they have private detectives in this country? Because they do in America. Because I'd be good at that, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be good at like a murder scene, you know, if just walking in with the body all
I
broken in
do.
bits and stuff.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a bit squeamish with broken bits, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I don't think you'd be able to, but maybe like as a follow-up, sort of not looking at the crime scene photo.
No, I'm all right. As long as there's not bones sticking out.
Yeah, well, that's what there might be in something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it might be different when it's my job, isn't it?
I mean, you do get like...
No, I meant private detective afterwards, like following up clues and stuff.
You're still going to see gory stuff, though.
Well...
Like, stuff. I don't know, darling. You were. I mean, you've got a very
be good
good
with spiders.
Mind, is all I'm saying. It's just the gory bits.
That's why I said a private detective. People hire them to try and find things out on people, and you know, if the family couldn't get answers, so they hired a private detective to try and follow up all the clues with fresh eyes. I do, and I take natural ones as well. Right, guys, I'm going to go. We've got the quiz on Friday night. No, it's just going to be, I know, can you imagine, Elaine? It's just going to be for fun, but I'm going to start doing from next month some members giveaways. So join the memberships. Thank you, Bagpuss. That's my worst thing. I'm terrible at drinking. I forget. I only caught the last half hour. I love you too, and lots of love to Pat. Macron's own father. Really? Wow, I've not heard that one. Meg detective can be a private dick. The lady, yes. Right, take care. Good night, everybody. And I'll see you Friday night, but it's just for fun. But I will be doing some members giveaways. It'll probably just be like a voucher or something. There's memberships on both Bagpuss, because what happened was they kept taking them off me. And then when they put them back on again, I didn't even know they'd put the other one back on, but they just did it. And then people said, leave them both on because they always take one off anyway. And so far they haven't. But you know for a fact that if I take one off, they'll both go off. So I've left them both on. But what I've done, I've reduced the price, $4.99 to $2.99. So it's cheaper. So you can join either, but I'll be doing the members giveaway on both channels so that both sets of members. If you join both, you'll get 2 chances. Oh, it's all right, Bex, love. So you can join either. If you like seeing the bunny stuff and that, you're better off joining the other one. But either or, they both help me out. They both support. They help the stream and all the costs of running it on this one. And then the other one helps all the animals. And then anything left over on this one goes to the animals as well. So you both go in the same pot sort of thing. Right then, guys. You guys take care. All being well, because I've been poorly, we'll be going out on Friday if my tummy's up for it, to the coast. And yeah, 6 hedgehogs outside right now. We have up to 12 sometimes. There's lots of them rolling around in the garden. You know, they seem quite happy.
Mummy and baby and no Fs.
Oh, we call her no Fs, don't we? Because she doesn't care. Like when Al goes out, if the dogs are going out, he has to put gloves on and pick them up and move them. And we call her not Mummy no Ucks because she doesn't care, and she'll just stand there and stare the dogs down. The dogs don't
picking her up and moving it, and the baby. I don't bother moving the baby or Mummy no Fs because it's just like
they're not bothered, are they? They're not scared.
Doing that kind of interaction with them when they're not scared, and the dogs aren't going to attack.
No, the dogs don't. The dogs don't attack them.
Why should I? You know.
Yeah.
Influence them in any way.
Yeah, just leave them. But when you do have to move them, though, they're not bothered, are they?
No, I'll just put them in one of the safe areas and chow down in there. You know,
just move them to one side where they're safe. But the thing, I worry about the fleas with the dogs, but they don't live contrary to popular belief. Hedgehog fleas don't live on dogs. They'll jump on, have a little bite, and then they'll jump off again.
Probably end up regretting biting and dying. What the dogs have.
Yeah, they have their own treatment, so they won't last long. Love the garden chat, guys. It will be back, right? But my garden still hasn't been. So when the skip went, my garden is like a jungle now. It's like a jungle out there. It's terrible, and I do not want to do a garden stream in my garden right now. It's horrific. So that ain't going to happen until my garden's been. Now, he was going to come last Saturday, but it was raining. So he's going to try and come this Saturday. He's really busy. He's going to try and fit me on a weekend. So once my garden's looking in a better shape, I'll be doing some garden streams. I'll ask him. Good question. Did you ever meet Ozzy Osbourne in your work? He was in America, wasn't he, when you were doing that?
No, I worked with the Iron Maiden side of the metal band, so it was the Sanctuary Music Group that was doing Iron Maiden and Halloween. So it was Bruce Dickinson.
Who's that?
And that kind of thing.
Iron Maiden.
He was the original lead singer of Iron Maiden before they got the new guy in.
Oh, thanks, Space Cat.
Started doing his own stuff.
Right. Anyway. Can you hear that? Iron Maiden he worked with. Were they nice?
Yeah, down to earth guys, you know.
But you never met Ozzy?
No, unfortunately, he's one of the guys I would have liked to have met.
Yeah.
But I never got to meet Ozzy. No.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah. Thank you, Space Cat. Thank you, love. Thank you to Joe. Right, I'll be back soon. I will be back soon with the garden streams. But yeah, Friday night we're doing a for fun quiz night. Oh, sugar, do you know what? If I go to the coast on Friday, I won't be streaming on Friday night. I'll be too tired. So that may get moved to Saturday. We'll see. My dad met him when he worked in a club near me many moons ago. Oh, really, Bagpuss? Right, you guys take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Tomorrow night, I might, if there's any protests on, jump on my other channel, my Penny for Your Thoughts. If you're not subbed, get subbed to the Penny for Your Thoughts channel, please, guys. If anyone's got the link, or I'll post it on my community tabs as well, so that you guys know about it. And I'll see you very, very soon. You're very welcome, English Buttercup. Take care. Night night. God bless.